Let me just run this real quick. And I don't have a camera, so I'm going to go on camera too. Okay. All right, ready? Yeah. Whatever. Just good, sir.
Play ball. Safe. High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
Welcome back to Butch Butler Field. We're in Game 2. You can see the warm-ups being achieved here, and it was the Northridge Grizzlies holding off Sterling in a 5-4 ball game. It was a walk-off, literally, by Cody Bevins, pulling the ball down the left field line and scoring the run. Very good pitching performances that we saw by both teams. We saw some great plays, especially in left field by Northridge. Really a saving, diving play to keep the ball in front to only limit one run to come in when Sterling went on top. It was a 4-3 ball game at that point, and it looked like Sterling was going to get on a roll there, but Northridge came roaring back, of course, and you saw the double to win the ball game here for the Grizzlies. Pretty much we expect very similar type of ball game. It'll come down to pitching. We had a good performance by Nick Garland in Game 1. And for Game 2, we'll get you some of the lineups here shortly. But it looks like on the mound here for Sterling, we'll get you the name and number here. It's going to be Deacon Trinkle that is in the lineup and taking the ball here for the Sterling Tigers. Got to watch out for Storm and Norm. We see old Norm Johnson here behind the plate today. Norm, do we need to get you a new prescription, or what do we need there, Coach? Yeah, we got you hooked up there, pal. Just remember, keep it clean. This is American Legion, all right? Yeah. Yeah. You'll get it down? Okay, good. Oh, you're doing all right. You're doing good. So it's Norm Johnson behind the plate doing 2 here for American Legion today. So we're ready for Game 2, and we pretty much expect a very similar duplicate. Good pitching, good hitting, and good execution. First pitch taken for a strike. It's Cody Bevins, the hero of the last game, taking a strike, and it's 0-1. So Deacon Trinkle hitting the inside corner. First it was outside corner, then the inside corner for strike 2. Inside little chin music. Count goes to 1-2. We'll see what kind of stuff that Trinkle brings in. So far we've seen a rash of fastballs. A little bit high. Looked like he tried a slider there. Count goes to 2-2. Oddly enough, speaking of execution, in the 6th inning, next pitch is going to be low and backhanded by the catcher. Count goes full. But in the 6th inning, both teams had what could have been strategic bobbles. In other words, balls bouncing off of gloves. Waves at it for strike 3, and there's 1 down. Coming to the plate is Isaiah Shepard. It looks like the same lineup, starting lineup here. Shepard, one of the sophomores that really has had a good season along with Cody Bevins, and we'll add Nick Garland here for the Grizzlies. These are the sophomores. Popped up, fouled away. Count goes to 0-1. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, Paul Grimm's bringing it to you. Good to have you along from Butch Butler. This is Game 2. In case you missed it, Game 1 was a 5-4 victory by the navy blue clad Grizzlies. Hit down to right field, fly ball. Going to be an interesting play. Ranging over off the glove, racing to second. We'll see what kind of throw it is. Will it be in time? And not in time, so it's a double. off of the right fielder's glove here for Sterling. Good start here for the Grizzlies. Would like to get an advantage early. In last game, they opened up the first inning with 3 runs. We'll see if they can duplicate that. Coming to the plate is Pierce James. He was the pitcher that came in the 6th inning for the Grizzlies. Swung on and missed for strike 1. So Trinkle coming in and really tattooing the outside of the plate so far in the ball game. Low fastball, keeping it at the knees, fouled away. Count goes to 0-2. So far, I really like what I'm seeing here in the Sterling pitcher, being careful, not getting it up, not trying to give anything too meaty for these hungry Grizzlies. A little bit low, good location. Count goes to 1-2. One of the harder lessons, if you will, for high school pitchers is to trust your catcher. In other words, being confident that they're going to be able to block the ball like we just saw there. Nice block by Sterling. Especially when you get into the later innings and it's a tie ball game. Really kind of tests the nerves of the pitchers. Count goes even, 2-2, runner on second. We're in the top half of the first inning, game 2. Inside, count goes to 3-2. So there's 1 out on the strikeout by Bevins. A little bit, takes it at the knees for a strike. Norm Johnson, very adamant about that. So there's quickly 2 outs. That's a big pitch by Trinkle. Coming to the plate is Mark Lamas. Mark looks like he has a lot of power. You can see almost looks like a football player. Takes ball 1. So some speed on the base paths here for the Grizzlies in Isaiah Shepard. Base hit could score the first run of the ball game with 2 outs. 1 error so far on the Sterling Tigers on that missed ball in right field. Count just a little bit low and inside. Count goes to 2-0 on the fastball. So Lamas in the number 3 spot, looking at ball 3. Being very selective, you can tell. Has a good batter's eye. And Trinkle got to be careful here because this could be 1 run on the board. A little bit low, walks him. So we got men at first and second with 2 outs. And looking to take advantage here for the Grizzlies is Ganoa McGannon. I think McGannon? So Gannon, an opportunity here for the Grizzlies. He's the number 4 hitter. First pitch taken inside. Count goes to 1-0. We saw in the last ball game the Grizzlies several times had bases loaded, putting a lot of pressure on the Tigers to perform in the infield. A little bit low, count goes to 2-0. Maybe just being a little bit careful as Trinkle, trying to get cute with the locations. Going to be a little bit high, count goes to 3-0. We'll see if Gannon is taking on the pitch. Butch Butler Field, you can see the flags waving in left field with the slight breeze. Very comfortable day. 4 pitches and he walks them. We'll see what kind of strategy here that Coach Rose has. Really, if you think about it, you could push one down the first base line, meaning on a bunt, and try to catch him off guard. First baseman covering. Runner edging off a third. First pitch taken right at the belt and inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. So it's going to be Parker Steckel looking to get his first base hit, maybe an RBI. Takes a ball at 1-1. Told that we have 15 players show up here, so the Grizzlies trying to get everybody in the doubleheader. Grizzlies now 11-0, and Sterling now with their first loss of the season at 8-1. Timeout. We're going to see a little strategy talk here. Coach coming out quickly to talk to his pitcher, not liking what he's seeing. A lot of rash of balls just missing, maybe getting a little too careful so far in the ball game. Came out with a nice strikeout with Cody Bevins, which is not an easy out. So you can see a little encouragement there. Second game of the doubleheader. We're going to be back here at Butch tomorrow doing another doubleheader. It will be Legion A. It'll be Greeley West taking on the Windsor Wizards. Should be another great ball game. That one gets underway at 5 o'clock. First pitch taken for a strike. Actually checked that. Third pitch, it's now 2-1. That's hit down the right field line. That's going to be trouble. Right fielder ranging over, going to get past him. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score on the double. So with a 2-out double, quickly it's 2-0 Northridge. So very patient hitting. Trinkle getting that one up. And very good placement hitting. In other words, going with the pitch on the outside corner. And you saw the result, 2 runs and the double. So men at second and third. First pitch taken for a strike, and it's now 0-1. So it's Jace Reed stepping to the plate, trying to keep the action going here, trying to strike quickly like they did the last game. Last game, of course, in the first inning, they opened it up with 3. Right now it's a 2 spot to open it up. Grizzlies still threatening here. So Grizzlies technically are the away team in the second game. It's going to be a slow roller to the first baseman. Going to have an easy play at first. But 2 runs are in on 1 hit on the double. So after a half an inning in the book, it's Grizzlies 2 and Sterling nothing.
Sounds like a baseball name.
I was gonna say this is like baseball bubblegum time, you know, something for Topps bubblegum or something. It's cool. Good name. Yeah. It's his baseball name, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go up and ask him for his autograph or something. Say, hey, Bubba, get your autograph, pal. I thought it would be fun to make bubble, you know, like for the players. Actually do for players having
Welcome back to Butch Butler Field, bottom half of the first inning. It was the Grizzlies, as we saw in game one, striking early with a 2-spot on 1 hit. On the mound for the Grizzlies is Bubba Hernandez. As we were talking about it here in the booth, we think they ought to name some baseball bubble gum after him. Great name. Second pitch going to be a little bit low. Count goes to 2-0. Stepping to the plate for Sterling, pretty much the same lineup. It's Trevor Berg, Jacob Gordon, and Deacon Trinkle. On the outside corner, painting the black, count goes to 2-1. So Sterling looking to answer back. Took them several innings. Pulled down the left field line foul. Count goes to 2-2. But it took them about 3 innings to get on track, Sterling, and then they got the 3 spot and tied it up. We saw it tied up into going into the 6th inning when they went ahead 4-3. Hernandez sets. Fastball looked like he hit the outside corner for a strike, and he strikes him out. So some nifty pitching here, hitting the corners, and there's one down. So Mark Lamas playing third base, a little bit of encouragement there for Bubba. Jacob Gordon stepping to the plate here for the Sterling Tigers. Hernandez delivers outside on the fastball. Count goes to 1-0. Just a reminder, we will be back here tomorrow at Butch. 5 o'clock start for Greeley, West, and Windsor. This is Legion C baseball. And fun to see 2 top-notch teams coming in, undefeated and squaring off here this afternoon. Count goes to 2-0. Hernandez set. Outside, count going to 3-0. We will try to get a cleaner version of the webcast up and running here in the next day or so. Put some stats on it. We did not have full staff here this afternoon. Something to do with Father's Day. I don't understand. Three and 0, hitting the outside corner. Thought he had a walk. Sterling trying to get untracked early in this ball game. 3-1. Outside, and he walks him. So it's a 1-out walk. Opportunity here for Sterling to get something going. Infield will play up, looking double play. We haven't had a chance to see, other than throws from third and shortstop. We'll see what kind of speed there is as far as turning the double if the opportunity presents itself. Outside, catcher comes up looking, holds the runner. Going to hit up the middle. There's the turn. Steps on the bag. There's 2, and they turn the double. So some nifty fielding. You can see the shortstop, easy play. Stepping on the bag. Nice throw to first, and they get the double. So after 1 in the books, 2-0 Grizzlies. You're watching American Legion Baseball here from Butch Butler. We'll be right back.
what's coming, especially when they get on the varsity level.
Is UNC still playing baseball?
Top half of the second inning, good to have you along. It's Northridge looking to add some more damage. Deacon Trenkle getting roughed up a bit in the first inning. Pitch taken inside for a ball, and it's now 1-0. So for Northridge, it's Colin Gilly leading it off. Hit foul down the right field line. Count goes even at 1-1. We just found out a little history, if you will, for a lot of these freshmen. Played with the Northern Colorado Knights, a travel team. And now we understand why the group is so tight as far as their fielding. They've had a chance. Hit up the middle. It's going to be dropped for a hit. It was bobbled, and it looked like it hit in the face of the center fielder, and he is down. Lost a little bit of it in the sunlight, and you could see is not getting up, quickly running out is Coach Jumar Gordon to see how his player is. You never want to see a player go down like that, trying to make a diving catch. So we'll see how he's able to get up, and he is going to be slow. It hit him most likely, and we're guessing on the forehead. But you can see him from here. It looks like he's grabbing. He's sitting up. That's a good sign. So the Sun playing a little bit of havoc. We saw that earlier with the Grizzlies. A hot shot hit to the third baseman. We also saw that with Sterling, too, for the first baseman, where the ball literally hit the glove. We're not sure if it's concentration or the light affecting the judgment of the player. You can see another player running out, may be the replacement here for the center fielder here for Sterling. So as we alluded to, the Northern Colorado Knights, a lot of players, including Bubba Hernandez, coming in. We found out that Bubba came in from out of Greeley and is now playing here at Northridge and going to school. We believe it's at Longmont is where Bubba came from, and he's able to walk off on his own power. That's a good sign. And it looks like they've got an ice pack on him. Yeah, he's got it on his cheek. Yeah, it looked like he's shaking it off okay. It's a good sign, but they're going to wisely take him out of the ball game. You don't want to take any chances. So we have a runner at first here for the Northridge Grizzlies, and we understand that the upcoming class below this particular C team is also very good. A lot of seasoned players playing summer baseball in different leagues. So Northridge really in the next 3 to 4 years, as they head into varsity level, should look very, very strong. As we mentioned earlier, how valuable are these summer leagues, developing these players so that when they get into spring league, not only do they know where their skill set is, but their character skill set. So runner on first, nobody out. There goes the runner. Bounces off the catcher, easily rounding second. So a golden opportunity here for the Grizzlies to add another one on the board. We think that was a slider that bounced away off the catcher. As you know, when you have side spin or curveball action, it makes it a lot tougher to block. Fouled away. Count evens at 1-1. Good to have you along from Butch Butler, American Legion Baseball. This is C baseball. Yeah, you heard it correctly, C baseball. The level of competition very good here for freshmen and sophomores. Usually you would expect to see this level in B, potentially A team level. but we're being entertained here this afternoon. 1-1 pitch. Just missing. Count goes to 2-1. Really, both coaches playing it somewhat safe. Knocked down nicely by the catcher. Doing a good job behind the plate. That's Tyler Felsian behind the plate in game 2. Getting a workout as well. Knocked down again. Runners will advance. Not going to be able to make the throw in time. Going to be wide. Runner will most likely score, so it's now a 3-0 ball game on the bad throw by the catcher. So an errant throw off the wild pitch. It literally bounced off the catcher, bounced right. I mean, he did the job of getting his body in front of the ball, but the ricochet caused him to have to make a quick errant throw from his knees and not able to come up with the throw. So it's a 3-0 ball game. 2 errors so far by Sterling in the ball game. There goes the runner. Throw is going to hit the pitcher. Wow. It was a low throw. Trinkle not able to get out of the way. Looked like it hit him on the shoulder. Umpire's going to check to see if he's okay. He is. Shook it off quickly. So kind of some mishaps here for Sterling. First the ball hitting off the cheekbone of the center fielder, and now the throw from the catcher off the shoulder of Trinkle, the pitcher. So we have a runner at second here for Northridge. Northridge looking to take advantage of these 2 mistakes. Count goes to 2-0. So Sterling coming about an hour to get here, hour and a half. We understand that they do play at NJC, the college, and also at the high school. We understand they have lights there. We will attempt to try to get down to Sterling and cover some baseball there. Bring it to you. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. 1 run is in. Knocked down nicely by the catcher. So a rash of balls here by Trinkle here in the second, top of the second. Catcher getting a workout in Felsian. A little bit high, count goes full. So dangerous hitter in Cody Bevins struck out the first time. But we saw what kind of damage he did with the walk-off in the first game. Takes a strike, and he strikes him out. So Bevins caught looking, and there's now 1 out. Isaiah Shepard, another dangerous hitter. Not only can he hit, but we saw what kind of wheels he had. Bevins looks like he's around 5'11", 6 feet. Has a little bit of length to him. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Count goes to 0-1. So Trinkle trying to get out of this one here with little as damage possible. That's hit down the left field line. That's deep. If it's fair, it's going to be trouble, and just missing by a couple of feet. Crowd holding their breath a little bit. You can see some of the power there by Isaiah. So it's a long strike, and it's 0-2. Going to be high, just not even catchable, literally. So the runner advances, rounding third. Felsian had to race back for that. You could see a lot of speed on the base pads. Getting down to third base very, very quickly for the Grizzlies. really you can't nap on these Grizzlies if you're a catcher. Again, a little bit deeper backstop here. Fouled away. Count still remains at 1-2. So we're trying to get this one in. Greeley in the last few days has had a lot of afternoon showers, as we experienced yesterday trying to do a setup here. And when it comes down hard. 1-2 pitch fouled away. Runner holds. Keep in mind 2 errors so far in the ball game here for Sterling. 3 runs, 1 hit for the Grizzlies. Trinkle set. Took a little bit off of that. Might have been a slider. And he strikes him out. So 2 big strikeouts here. And much needed by Trinkle pulling the string. And the runner still remains at third, but 1 run is in already. Working quickly, delivers high for a ball, and it's now 1-0. So Pierce James, second time at bat. Looking to try to do some more damage. Runner at third, edging off. 2 balls and no strikes on the wide pitch. So Trinkle so far at times has made some beautiful pitches. Changing speeds, a little spin on the ball, getting some timely strikeouts, but then at the same time, throwing some high balls and even balls that you just can't even catch, delivering a strike there at the knees. Count goes to 2-1. Sometimes it's hard to get into a rhythm when you have a team that can hit as well as the Grizzlies do and run as well. So far, Trinkle trying to find that rhythm down by 3 runs. As we mentioned, we have a new chief in regards to running the facilities at Butch Butler. We want to talk a little bit about him. Steve Frederick, who's come in and done a very good job of kind of upgrading some of the facilities here at Butch. Looks very, very nice. Steve obviously is a coach, and he coaches at Roosevelt High School in Johnstown. So he has 2 jobs, managing this facility and then, of course, coaching, and works for the city of Greeley as well. 2-2 pitch. Not able to get his glove completely on it, but got it just enough to slow the ball down was Felsian. So the runner still remains at third. Count goes at full at 3-2. We'll see what kind of money pitch here. Felsian got to be careful here. Little cat and mouse at third. Fouls it off of Norm Johnson. Norm going to have to shake that one off. Wow. Right away, Coach Rose coming out to see if the umpire is okay. We think he took it around the throat area. We're not sure. And Norm going to take a breather here. So kind of a rash of injuries here between the center fielder, the pitcher, and now the umpire, Norm Johnson. Knowing Norm, he'll shake this one off quickly and he'll get right back into it. So on that foul tip, kind of a strange ricochet and bouncing up, and that's hard when you foul it off and then it hits the catcher's mask. You're really vulnerable on the ricochet, as we just saw there with Norm Johnson, but shaking it off, and he's right back in the game. Good job, Norm. Count still remains full at 3-2, 2 outs. 1 run is in here for the Grizzlies. We're sitting at a 3-0 ball game. And we're in the top half of the second inning. Good to have you along from Butch. It's going to be a high chopper to the third baseman, going to come up firing. There's the throw, dug out nicely to get the third out. But as we mentioned, on a couple of errors, there's another run in, and it's a 3-0 ball game. Grizzlies on top. Bottom half of the second inning. Good to have you along from Butch Butler. It is Sterling looking to answer here, down by 3 runs. Team that can rally also, like the Grizzlies. Waved at for a strike, and it's 0-1. You can see the sliding action of Hernandez. Not able to get his bat on the ball. Next pitch hit to the center fielder. Steps back about 3 steps, makes the catch for the first out. So Tyler Felsian's flying out to center field. And coming to the plate is Austin Japp. So a little variation in the lineup here for Sterling, looking to try to change it up a little bit. Understandably having to replace the center fielder on the ball, hitting the player in the cheek, but able to walk off on his own power. Norm Johnson also taking one, we believe, on his shoulder, still umpiring, doing a good job behind the plate. 1 ball, no strike. Next pitch taken for a strike. Count evens at 1-1 with 1 out. So Northridge winning game 1, in control of this one, 3-0. Looks like they called a strike, just nipping the corner. Count goes to 1-2. So Bubba Hernandez coming in and showing us some variation and some good control, nipping corners with pitches that literally are moving. Got a little slider going here this afternoon. Misses at 2-2. Hernandez, of course, coming into Northridge this year as a freshman and doing a good job. 2-2 pitch. Going to be a high chopper to the third baseman. Bobble. We'll see what kind of arm. There's the throw, and not in time. Very close to a bang-bang play there, but just edging it out. So Sterling with the man on first with 1 out. Coming to the plate is Steven Segui. Infield going to play up, looking for a double play. Of course, we saw them get out of the first inning that way. Knocked down. We'll see if the throw is going to be in time. Made it close there on the throw. So you could see on the block pitch, it went to the right of the plate. And a good effort to try to make it close there at second on the throw. Next pitch off the glove of the catcher, but keeps it in front of him. So Jackson Jenkins behind the plate here for Northridge. Keeping the ball in front of him. That's all you can ask. If you can get the glove on it when the balls are in the dirt and slow it down. Popped up. Jenkins may have a play. He's going to make an effort. About 4 feet shy of being able to make the play, but a good effort nonetheless. One thing we've noticed about these Grizzlies is the hustle that we've seen, even the first baseman and the catcher making attempts before going foul. So good hustle here this afternoon by the Grizzlies. 2 balls, 1 strike, runner at second. Opportunity here for Sterling to get one on the board. Knocked down by Jackson. The runner should advance. He does. As we mentioned earlier in the ball game, when you have action on the ball, makes it tough when it's in the dirt to try to knock it down versus a fastball. So if you have a slider or a curveball, it makes it tough to knock it down when it's wide. 3-1 pitch on the way, waved at. Count goes full at 3-2. Good location on that. Looks like he's almost going 3/4 on that slider, which makes it a little bit deceiving to pick up when he releases it. 3-2 pitch, hit sharply, base hit, run 1 will score. So Bevan's not able to get his glove, and that was a hot shot. So a nice clean base hit by Sterling, and it's now a 3-1 ball game. Hernandez got that one up just a little bit and paid the price. So it's going to be Felsian stepping to the plate, followed by Colby Nelson. Swung on and missed for strike 1. About waist high. Again, that fastball is deceiving. You can see it's got a natural tail to it. Hernandez didn't like what he saw. He's going to step back and regroup. Here goes the runner, knocked down by Jackson. So some aggressive running here, just like the coaches predicted. They are very good at picking up whenever a ball is in the dirt. You hesitate too much, and they're going to steal one on you so far. We've seen a couple of stolen bags here in this game. Pitch hitting the outside corner, good location. Painting the black, count goes to 1-2. Cloud cover starting to come over here at Butch. We're hoping to get this one in. Grizzlies up 3-1. Sterling striking back in this inning. A little bit low, count goes even at 2-2. So Felsian looking to answer here. It's going to be a slow roller to the third baseman, going to come up firing. There's the arm. It's going to be in the dirt. Here comes the run. It goes, 1 run will score on the errant throw. And running in literally from second base was Steven Segui. So that errant throw turned out to be costly, and it's now a 3-2 ball game. So Sterling striking back. It's going to be Colby Nelson. Runner at second, still 1 out. And you really can't blame Hernandez there. That was just an errant throw. You can see the arm of the third baseman, plenty of arm, just not an accurate throw. That's hit to center field. That's deep. Center fielder is going to go back about 10 steps, makes the catch, and brings it in nicely. Prevents the runner from extending to third, so runner still at second. So nicely played by the center fielder here for Northridge. And quickly there's 2 outs, but there's 2 runs in. Another good ball game shaping up here. Very competitive are these two teams. If you missed the first game, we came in late. We came in the third inning. It was a 3-3 ball game, taking it into the sixth inning. Fastball taken for a strike. 0-1 pitch taken, fouled away. Count goes to 0-2 with 2 outs. Sterling looking to even this one up. It's Jacob Gordon with 2 strikes on him. Being competitive, number 2 hitter. It's going to be high. Count goes to 1-2. But Hernandez coming in and doing a good job of moving the ball around the plate. Like his location so far, keeping it, for the most part, low. Speaking of low, just missing outside. If you're going to miss, that's where you want to miss. Don't want to give him too much on the number 2 hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. 2 hits in the ball game here for Sterling. Gets past the catcher on the wild throw. Runner now at third, and it's a full count. Jumar Gordon, coach for Sterling, mentioned that early in the season, they're very big on taking advantage of mistakes, meaning the Tigers. Tigers looking to take advantage again. Waved at, gets him on the high strike. What I like that we saw there with Hernandez, he had a steady diet of pitches low and then came in on the inside, almost jamming him on the high fastball and struck him out. It's a good location. That's what they do in the majors. So good pitching here by Bubba Hernandez to get out. And after 2 in the books, it's a 3-2 ball game. Grizzlies on top. You're watching American Legion C baseball here from Butch. We'll take a short timeout. Top half of the third inning, this is turning into another dandy here from Butch Butler. Grizzlies looking to add some pad. Of course, Sterling striking back with 2 in the last inning. It's a 3-2 ball game. It looks like bounced off the leg, yeah, on the foul ball. So Mark Lamas in the 3 spot. Dangerous hitter, followed by Gannon McKean. Missing outside, count evens at 1-1. This is one of those ball games for both pitchers where you really just have to have a short memory. You can make some good pitches. Babbled at third. And it looks like, yep, Northridge going to get on. Third baseman having trouble getting the glove on it. Had to backhand that one. In Segui, Segui just couldn't come up and make the throw. Looked like at the moment he was going to be able to do that. He's got the arm for it to make the play. but just not able to get the handle. So a runner at first with nobody out here for the Grizzlies. Good to have you along from Butch. It's Mike Ray, Warren Ray, and Paul Grems bringing it to you. Paul, of course, the chairman here this afternoon. First pitch in the dirt. Felsian again with another block pitch. And if you're Trinkle, you're glad you've got Felsian behind the plate because he's, for the most part, kept his glove on it and slowed balls down. A couple of pitches just not able to because of the location, just not even in the hemisphere, basically, to try to knock it down. 2 balls, no strikes, runner at first. Grizzlies looking to add some pad. You can see the body switching by Felsian. That's textbook as far as the ability. He looked like he was going to come up with a snap throw. But good base running here so far by the Grizzlies. Trinkle set. There's the pitch. There's the snap throw. It gets past the first baseman, but the backup by the right fielder, but it's ball 4 anyway, so runners at first and second. So Shepard going to trot to actually check that. It's not Shepard. It is Mark Lamas trotting to second. Parker Steckel. Golden opportunity here for the Grizzlies. Pitch wide, does get past the catcher, but on it is Felsian. Again, shifting the body, just got out of the glove. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, a base hit here could really make it more interesting here for the Grizzlies. Plenty of speed at second to get him in. Taking it for a strike. It's now 1-1. So Steckel obviously has a good bat. Very patient hitter. Little chin music. Of course, got the hit last time that produced a run. 2-1. Next pitch going to be low, knocked down, but it is ball 4. Throw to third, but really just lost the count. There was Felsian. Little practice throw. That's what we'll call it. Practice throw to third. Going to be a discussion here. And understandably, really having trouble with control here in the second inning. And we may see some relief. Yep, it is. We're going to see a relief pitcher coming on. Trinkle at times really had some nice pitches. It looks like they're going to keep him in the ball game. And we'll see where they put him. It looks like they're going to put him at third. So we see the shift coming on. We'll see where they put Segui. If it's going to be Segui that does the pitching, it's not. So it looks like number 34 is going to warm up here, and that's going to be Trevor Berg that is coming on the mound, going to get his 8 warm-up pitches here for Sterling. So understandably, if you're Coach Gordon, you don't want to let this one get out of sight here. Even though it's a 3-2 ball game, one good hit, you could add 2, maybe 3 runs the way the Grizzlies run the pads. So for whatever reason, Trinkle, who started fairly well, just having trouble so far for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies put up 2 runs in the first and 1 run here in the second on 1 hit and 1 error. The Tigers, of course, putting up 2 runs on 2 hits and 3 errors so far in the ball game, and some very strange errors, if you want to call that. Balls bouncing off of strange locations, meaning center fielders. So far, we haven't heard anything negative about the center fielder. Looked like he bounced back pretty well, but he's not in the ball game for Sterling Tigers. So Sterling losing their first loss of the season, of the 2019 season, losing that 5-4 in game one. Hard to believe we're in mid-June already. You think about it, in about a month we will start playoffs already. Usually it starts about mid-July. You'll see both A, B, C, and D tournaments. We'll get you those numbers and places. You can go to calb.org, and as we develop those locations, we'll let you know where these tournaments will begin. Of course, the regional will not be here in Colorado this year. The last 4 years, we were in Denver at Metro State for 2 years, and before that it was at Scott Carpenter Field in Boulder. So we understand it's going to be in Fairfield, California this year, but only for 1 year. We could potentially see it back here in Colorado. Slow roller to the third baseman. Here's the throw at home. It's high, and so a run will score. Not able to get back. There's the throw, and safe at home, so 2 runs will score, and the Grizzlies taking advantage of the mistakes of the Tigers. Really, that's what the Tigers are known for, is taking advantage of mistakes, and today it is the Grizzlies taking that prescription and adding 2 more. It's now a 5-2 ball game. So coming to the plate is going to be Colin Gilly. We'll see if we're going to move the bats here. So the slow roller to the third baseman being Deacon Trunkle, had the play at home. And hit up the middle. That should drop. Actually, it's hit a little too strong. There's the out. We're going to try to get the runner at first. Now, oddly enough, the bobble scored another run, if you will, for the Grizzlies. Lamas has heads up running. You could see clearly they were going to make the throw to first, meaning the second baseman in Felsian. Felsian bobbled it still, would have had an out if they could have gotten the force, but in other words, another run scored. So now it's a 6-2 ball game. So some heads up running. Fouled away. Count goes to 0-1. So the catcher Jackson Jenkins in the 9th spot with a runner at first, 1 out. Grizzlies adding a 3 spot here. Trying to take command of this ball game. There goes the runner. See what kind of a throw it is. It's going to be offline. So able to steal second was Jace Reed. Good jump there. Just not able to get that throw down in time, and the accuracy not there by Sterling. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 3 runs are in, outside. Ball, and the count goes to 2-1. Clearly you can feel the change in the weather already. Cloud cover and breeze cooling it off. We were in the low 80s. That's hit sharp down the left field line. Left fielder ranging over, not able to come up with the ball. They're going to send the runner in. Runner will go to second on the double. And the Grizzlies add another one. And scoring from second, Jace Reed showing some wheels. And now it's a 7-2 ball game and a 5-run bulge here in the top half of the 3rd inning. You could see that ball sinking. Tough play for any fielder. Just not able to come up with it. So some very good hitting here for the Grizzlies. Coming to the plate is Cody Bevins. Bevins, of course, a very good hitter with a couple of strikeouts. will be looking obviously a little more patient. Counts now 1-0. Always a threat with that speed and good bat control. Outside, count goes to 2-0. So the wheels starting to fall off the car here a little bit here in the third inning. 5 runs on the board now on 2 hits. That's hit to center field. Center fielder ranging over about 10 steps, makes the catch. Runner will advance from second to third. There's now 2 outs. So it's going to be Isaiah Shepard, opportunity here to add another one on the board. So far, 4 runs in on the ball game in the third inning. Big gap. You can see the right fielder edging over a little bit. That's hit to right field. Right fielder makes the catch, takes about 3 steps. That was a line drive and hit well. But 4 runs in on the inning. We're 2.5 into this ball game, and it's a 7-2 ball game. Grizzlies on top. You're watching American Legion Baseball. It's Legion C here from Butch Butler and Greeley. We're going to take a short break. Quite a few, or not coached, I should say, organized quite a few leagues, haven't you, Paul?
No, I was, the whole time my son was playing, I was more like president of the organization.
Oh, okay. I know you've organized leagues. I remember hearing that when you came on board.
Well, I was also, an assistant commissioner. They structured a little bit differently.
Okay,
I
okay.
like the way what I wanted to hear, but they just don't have the commissioners. But
So,
we had,
where was that? Was that, okay. Okay.
we had 6 regions,
Oh, wow.
and each region had a commissioner and an assistant.
Oh, no, okay.
And we just had a varsity and a junior varsity.
Gotcha.
So like the varsity was like, I guess 15 up, 15, 16. And then the junior varsity was like 14 below, 15 sometimes.
Okay.
I took care of the JV while took care of the varsity.
Welcome back to Butch Butler Field. Bottom half of the third inning, flying out. 1 pitch, and there's 1 out. Coming to the plate is the number 2 hitter in Jacob Gordon, and that is going to be, looks like Deacon Trenkle still in the ballgame. Of course, Trenkle moved over to third, made that errant throw, and that's when all the fun began here for Grizzlies as far as that errant throw. 7-2 ball game. Could be a high chopper to the second baseman. To Hopper, gets the throw, nice throw, and there's quickly 2 outs. So Hernandez coming through, gotta love what he's seeing. 2 quick outs on a couple of pitches, and coming to the plate will be Deacon Trenkle. Do not count out the Sterling Tigers. This is a team that can score quickly, as we've seen and what we've heard. Down by 5 runs. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Interesting locations, and I want to say strategy of pitching. So far we've seen Hernandez going more low with those outside, then comes up with a high fastball on the outside corner and gets him to swing at it. Count evens now at 1-1. You think about advanced pitchers, that's what they do. They try to not only mix locations, but as far as outside and inside, but then the levels of where it's at. A little bit harder to hit a high fastball outside sometimes than it is down low at the knees. There it is again, that letter high fastball. Swung on and missed for strike 2. We're going 7 innings. Of course, game 1 going to the Grizzlies. It was a walk-off by Cody Bevins, winning that one 5-4. Hit down the right field line. It's going to go foul. Loud strike. Still remains at 2-2 with 2 outs. Good crowd on hand here, both from Sterling and Northridge. 2-2 pitch. That's hit deep. Going back, that's going to go over the left fielder's head. That's going to go up potentially against the wall. Maybe taking a little frustration out there on the ball was Trinkle getting a double with 2 outs. You can see Deacon clearly a very athletic player, and I'm assuming has had better days on the mound as well as in the field, punishing that baseball there for the double. Outside corner on the black, and it count goes to 0-1. Oh, nice run. Let's see if they get him at third. Did they catch him? They got him. So an interesting strategy by Deacon. Has plenty of speed, trying to catch the Grizzlies napping, but he did not do it. It was a great play. Got him at third. So after 3 in the books, it's a 7-2 ball game. Grizzlies on top.
He almost got away with it. He had a good jump. He really did.
Yeah, what we're going to try to do, Paul, there is at Centaurus, a little bit later on in the season, we're going to do something kind of creative. We've never done this before. It's Legion A is playing, and so is Legion C that same day. So the Legion C is playing in the morning, and then Legion A plays in the afternoon. So we're going to catch the second game of Legion C, and then we'll catch the first game of Legion A following. So it's actually going to be fun because I believe Fort Morgan is playing against Centaurus in the second game. We'll catch that one for C, and then it's a different team altogether. I can't remember if it's Riverdale who it is, but we'll do the Legion A game right after. So you're going to see A and C that day. We've never done that. Thought we'd try something different. Seems to be okay. He's a tough guy. Top half of the 4th inning, Butch Butler Field, American Legion Baseball. C League, this is the Sterling Tigers out in the field. Of course, the Grizzlies, the away team in the second team, stepping up to the plate, fouled it away. It's now 0-1. So Pierce James going to start it off, waving at that one. going to be a chopper to the shortstop, going to come up firing. Segui throws it away. Second wild throw by Segui. Of course, he made that at third base. They moved him to shortstop. And they moved Trinkle to third, so runner will get to second on the wild throw. So it's going to be Mark Lamas, the number 3 hitter, looking to continue the beat, as they say, the beat going on, meaning adding some more runs. And it's going to be Gannon McGeen, followed by potentially Justice Alcala. Tough hitter, meaning in Mark Lamas. Taking it high for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Mike Ray Warrenway, Paul Grems bringing it to you. Good to have you along from Butch Butler. 7-2 ball game. Grizzlies looking to add some more pad. Both teams have been known to 10-run several teams. We'll see if that's the case in game 2. So far, it's the 5-run pad here by the Grizzlies, but they're looking to add some more with nobody out. Count even at 1-1. Inside, count goes to 2-1. Lamas watching that one all the way in. You think about the sophistication of the way that a lot of the modern ball players coming up inside, almost chin music. Count goes to 3-1. And the reason I say that is when you look at all of the different facilities that these teams can go and do in the off season, the different kinds of training